when you think about vision and communicating the vision, you guys obviously, you have a unique service and you are, like we talked about before, you're blazing a trail in this space. What does vision casting sound like from you to the team? I mean, how are you, I mean, is it regular meetings, and what are you saying? Like, how are you telling people, hey, where we're going is going to work, when there's not really there's kind of a benefit to competition sometimes, because you can go, okay, we're going to be like them, but better. And you guys have this thing that's it's a unicorn, and you get the benefits of that, but you also, I would imagine the team's going, what are we doing again? Are you sure? How do you cast the vision in this kind of a scenario?
You're right. We're going to be more customer service focused. So from when it was by myself, business of one, I created the vision. We call it a purpose statement, but mostly commonly known as a mission statement, and our values. And I was like, day one, I'm doing this. I have a blank slate. I'm going to do it. And I'm so thankful I have. To answer your question specifically, I am the broken record of the year. Every single time we have a big group meeting, mission, purpose, values. Here's what it is. We've integrated all of those components, not just the vision, but the values and the purpose of why we're doing the work we're doing, into our hiring, into our decision making. It is the common language of accountability across Design Pickle. If you're a software engineer, I can't hold you accountable to your code. That's someone else's job, but I sure can hold you accountable to the culture, which is built up by those three things. So we have it printed. We have it of core values video, which talks about our vision inside of that all team members see. It's on our recruiting page. We have it inside of our reviews. So you're measured on these items and actually judged, like, are you upholding the vision? And then at a leadership level, I make decisions every day by, does this match up to our vision? 2 hours ago, perfect example. We are looking at how do we enable some software that promotes health and wellness across a global company. And it's people can't go to the gyms right now. How do we create this? And I found a company that they're kind of going out of business, or they're not really working on their app. And I was like, hey, maybe we could take this code, buy it, I don't know. And what I thought before I took this call was changing lives through creativity. Okay, that's our vision. If we were to successfully integrate this into our internal tools for our teams, would it change their lives through creativity? Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. This is now something I'm going to look through. So I'm like using it as like like my kids in class with the rules of the school, like, be nice, walk in a line, like, here are the rules of decision making based off of those elements.
Yeah. It's like a filter for decision making.
It is. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
If this, then that, if
Super
yes,
easy.
Go here. If no, go here. I've struggled with this. I'm curious if you have. I like your mission. Changing lives through creativity. Sometimes it can be so broad, and if we're not careful, we can talk ourselves into what are really bad ideas, and we're saying, yeah, but it kind of ties in. I mean, come on, you see the connection, right? How do you make sure that it really is a filter, that you really have some guardrails and disciplines to saying no to things that are attractive, that are shiny, might even make you a lot of money. They're tempting short term to solve a problem that you have. And in your gut, like, you really should not go over there.
Right. So our vision statement, you're right, changing lives through creativity, that's the catch-all one. I think a clever enough person could hey, let's spin this into that one. The next level beneath that is our purpose statement. It's more the business decision filter. And that we haven't mentioned yet, but that's to be the most helpful creative company in the world. So we actually use that for a lot of decisions around our team, the service, metrics, like helpful creative company. Sometimes helpful isn't nice. It's not friendly. It's giving hard truth. It's saying no to projects that aren't being helpful. And then the layer beneath that, the values, we've built out definitions and specifics to really measure, will this enhance or be supported by these core values? And allowing those core values to bubble up through the decision process as well. Having other team members who care about this as much as I do also helps, because they hold me accountable. They'll put it in my face. And I expect all the team members to do that and to challenge each other, to say, Russ, this is not helpful, or that wasn't friendly, or hey, this is not in line with changing lives. This is actually, we actually implemented a very strict, hardcore strict refund policy for about 2 weeks. and like our issues blew up, and it was like immediate, like not being the most friendly company, like and it was like a quick reverse, despite our financial team being like, we need to do this. So, we can make pivots really fast too, based on these items.
A friend of mine, Pat Lencioni, he talks about core values. And one of his big things is like, their core values if they are something that you knowingly will lose money over or that put you at a competitive disadvantage. Because otherwise, you don't really, like if it's convenient to value it, or as long as it always makes us money, or as long as we always, are competing more effectively in the marketplace. But when you go, I don't care about the opinions of them. I don't care what the competitors say. And I'm even willing to pay a premium in the form of lost money or lost opportunity to hold to this value. And in that story, I mean, you're literally bleeding out money that maybe ethically you could hold on to.
Contractually, we could.
Contractually,
it's in our lines.
Not like like you're breaking the law or something like that.
Right.
But from a value, you said this isn't who we are.
Exactly. And I mentioned having to fire a few clients in the past. Our first core value is friendly, and that's two-way street. So if we had a client, we've had a few that came in and they just think because they're working with someone remote via email, they can treat them poorly, they can dismiss them, talk down to them, and we'll put up a friendly front first. Hey, we need to do this. Let's calibrate. Let's talk. But I've personally stepped in and level set and fired these clients, two of which radically changed their behavior, and we discovered that it was a kind of a weird, someone else was using their account and they didn't know. And the other two we immediately fired, but we hold even our clients accountable to these core values and ensure that we can measure against it. Because if we have external partners, including clients, that don't match up with our core values, that creates a conflict and friction. And how do we uphold them with ourselves, but we allow these other people to slide?
I really love that you do this, and we do the same thing. Life is too short to work with, even if they're great paying customers, but they make you miserable. Like, just don't do it, But I can hear people saying, Russ, Tardy, you don't get it. We've got this thing that we only have a few clients. They represent this huge part of our portfolio. We just have to put up with the crap, man, because otherwise we're out of business. How do you actually fire a client? Like, that sounds really scary if you think, well, we only have a few and it may be hard to get another one. How do you do that?
Well, I think there's only a few companies out there that only have a few clients in this whole world. Maybe like if you sell security services to governments, like there's only 100 plus countries in the whole world, and that's your client database. You have to believe that there is plenty of clients out there, which is very hard to do. I get it. I've been there. Like when we started, if you had a pulse and a credit card, come aboard. We will work with you. But I continue to refine my confidence that you only need a small fraction of a small percent of your market share to be more successful than your wildest dreams. I'll give you a number, the craziest number I can think of, which is like, $1 billion of valuation, and just like this huge, insane number for us, 25,000 clients. That's it. $25,000 clients. There are 25,000 clients in Nashville that could use what we do. So I have to be really confident. So the listeners that are in that space, I think it comes down to confidence in sales and marketing to get your value out there and find those people because they're there. I mean, you could be the cat toenail painting expert of the world and only capture a fraction of percent of cat toenail painting advocates and be a crazy big business.
So obscure. There's a lot of cats out there.
But the point is, like, you have to believe in that size of the market to escape that sort of dismissive, okay, we're just going to work with whoever.